Welcome to Mount Barney National Park. I'm climbing up from Yellow Pinch car park. This mountain mate of mine and I, Dash, we came here in 2014 and we accidentally actually climbed up Yellow Pinch anyway, thinking we were going up Mount Barney, and then we're like, oh wait, Mount Barney's that way. But it was actually quite an awesome hike, and we were able to see this sort of the triangle shape of Mount Barney itself. And then afterwards, we went up this, and there's this sort of plateau that goes along, and you can see Mount Lindsay from it. Absolutely beautiful area. And so I wanted to come back and just sort of check it out as the sun goes down. And well, my plan is to get up onto Yellow Pinch here and see what the view is like, maybe keep going down into the river, the sort of rocky riverbed, and scout that out. And then by sunrise get back up on the top of Yellow Pinch and see what happens with the light against Mount Barney. So that's the plan, and we'll see how we go. I'm up on Yellow Pinch, the saddle here, and I'm staring directly at the face of Mount Barney. What I didn't realize was that it faces much more east than I remember from our first trip in the morning. So I may have to be creative with my sunset, whether it's actually shooting Mount Barney, which would probably have to end up being a some sort of silhouette, or if I look back and find something else to sort of aim at where it will catch the light from the side. Mount Lindsay is directly that way, and it's probable that it'll catch the sun if the cloud cover is clear at the time. Venture down into Yellow Pinch down the bottom here where the river flows through, and see if I can't get some sort of composition with a long exposure or something. Okay, first composition of the afternoon. I've just gotten down to the river just flowing through these rocks here. It's really beautiful here. And straight up, I just saw a bit of a leading line with these boulders, these sort of small rocks here. So I thought I'll just grab this while I'm here. So I've got my 4-stop ND filter on. I'm at ISO 200. I've also got the polarizer, and I've actually turned it just to the right place where it cuts the reflections on the edges of the rocks without cutting too much of the actual the sort of flowing water here, so I can get a lot of that into the final long exposure. So yeah, it's 1 second exposure at the moment. The clouds are going in and out of the light, so the exposure is going up and down and up and down, but that's good because I'll get sort of different variations on the light with this long exposure. So let's take one of these shots and we'll pick the best one. Just come away from the stream just to cut the noise down. I found this composition, I think it was probably less interesting after taking it than I thought, but I took it anyway. We just got these we got a tree and then a small sort of tree next to it, and the stream actually flowing down below it. And I thought that could be interesting, so I just I did a bit of a long exposure with the 90mm lens. and it's nice. I think perhaps it'll be different up on the big screen. So it's 4:30. I've got 2 hours until sunset. Just going to have a break around here, maybe have a bit more of a scout around, and then make my way back up before sunset, up onto the saddle, and just work out what my options are with the weather. Well, I just took a very silly looking photo, but I think it should be kind of nice. A couple of big boulders just above a sort of rushing part of the stream. So climbed up on that tree there and managed to use the polarizer to cut a lot of the reflection off the stream, and just to a half-second exposure, just got it still enough for the movement. So I think it should be just a simple, nice long exposure shot. I think I may have found a really intimate composition, quite simple, using the sort of dead leaves, the orange leaves on this tree here, just against the sort of greens and the whites in the background. What I've been doing is waiting for the sun to come through with these clouds that are sort of cycling through, and I can just see it coming now. I've got the polarizer on to just help it cut a bit of the reflected light off the leaves. More of a sort of abstract sort of composition with the two different colours, the orange and the green together. As for the sunset, I'm not entirely sure what I'll do. It's definitely going down behind Mount Barney, but there is, there's the shape to work with. There's this clouds that are sort of hovering around. It's actually in the last 10 minutes as I got up here, it started to clear away a little bit. So it's possible I could make some sort of composition using the clouds as they lit up, but we'll see how the afternoon progresses. I've got 1 hour until sunset. Whether I do stick around here or not is another question. I'll just sort of see how the light goes. It's about half an hour walk down the side of the saddle and then back to the car. I'm sort of low on water, so I'm kind of aware that I need to get back a little bit soon, but this has been a wonderful afternoon and a hell of a workout too. Getting up on this saddle here is it's about this steep for about 25-30 minutes. So it definitely gets the heart going. But really glad I got out into the countryside here. It's absolutely beautiful. Check out this.